As threats of rolling blackouts loom, leaders in the state of Maryland are working to get new energy projects up and on the grid.
And while they're hoping to speed up some of these projects, Exelon is also talking about building a new power plant. Fox 45's Jessica Babb live tonight for us, breaking down the projects now on the table. Jessica.
Well, with Exelon expressing interest in generating power, I talked with several lawmakers today on both sides of the aisle, voicing concerns that it could actually come at a greater cost to consumers. As the calls for more energy in the state grow louder.
I don't think people are aware of how serious our energy situation is right now in the state, where if just Brandon Shores goes offline, we're up to 75–80% of our energy being imported from out of state. So something's got to give. Attempts are being made to get more of it on the grid. But the question is, how much do we need?
So we're fairly certain we need more energy, but there is a real question of how much do we need?
Back in May,
this year we passed the most substantive energy affordability package that Maryland has seen in several decades.
The Next Generation Energy Act was passed, aimed to increase in-state power generation. To facilitate that, a month ago, the Maryland Public Service Commission opened up applications for new projects. Certain projects can be selected to go through an expedited review process, about 9 to 10 months long, meaning those projects can get up and running sooner rather than later. 5 applications were submitted, 3 of them from Constellation Energy. The proposals, a variety of natural gas and battery storage projects.
And I think that what we know and what we're learning is that battery storage is the fastest and probably the most cost effective, right? We're still watching the various full proposals come through, but that battery storage is the fastest and a very cost effective way to respond to the resource adequacy issues that we're facing.
Democratic Delegate Sharkoudian says the proposed gas projects highlight some challenges.
And both of them really say that the current infrastructure that we have in Maryland, so that's the pipes, the distribution and transmission pipes, are not sufficient for them to just go build a gas plant.
Republican Senator Justin Reedy says,
I don't know that we adequately incentivized operators to try to create more energy production.
At the same time, Exelon is expressing interest in building a new power plant, saying regulated generation would help bring costs under control.
Exelon has been very public about the fact that they want to own generation.
In order to do this, they need new laws passed by the General Assembly.
And I look at it as two-pronged. We do need more energy production, and I wouldn't reject out of hand Exelon building more generation. However, we can't just wipe away or not have the right consumer protections needed to be sure that we're not gouging consumers.
Concerns Governor Wes Moore's office also has. In a statement, Senior Advisor and Communications Director David Turner says they're aware of the proposal and share the concern about Maryland's energy supply, especially given rising demand. However, they say this proposal would be a fundamental reversal of the 26-year-old deregulation policy that was designed to protect consumers, and any plan to roll back those measures would have a high bar to clear.
We need to remember that Exelon is building a brand new transmission line from Peach Bottom into where Brandon Shores is, that ratepayers are paying $1.5 billion for, and Exelon still has not disclosed to us how much energy we're getting for that.
Delegate Sharkoudian says she's been trying to get answers for a year.
There's a real question about why are they holding back on this information about the power flow analysis of the $1.5 billion. Well, one reason would be that, if what they want to do is suggest that we have a deficit of energy and the only solution is for them to build new energy, then of course they wouldn't want us to know how much we're getting for the $1.5 billion we're already paying. So I think I think there's a lot of concerns.
And another issue statewide is the knowledge about data centers and not knowing exactly how much energy is needed to support those data centers and having a clear picture of actually how many data centers will even be coming online. So that's another metric that Delegate Sharkoudian is working to make sure we can get moving forward. But when it comes to Exelon, in a statement from BGE, a subsidiary of Exelon, they say they're committed to collaborating with lawmakers. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.